So this is just a real quick video. It's a short to the sweet, direct to the point video review of How to Control Minds by Peter Turner. It's a great set, it's full of great material, but you can spend less money and get far more information, including the information that is essentially the source material for a massive amount of what Pete Turner teaches in the set, namely My Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed book, and the videos in there of my There's No Such Thing as Hypnosis clips and Hypnotricks clips, together with my Ghost Kiss and most of all my Transparency Template Stage and Street Hypnosis training set. And then you will actually have more reviews, because you'll also actually know about all the laws, the legal licensing stuff. Any clips in here, and there are a couple of them of about 30 seconds long each, are included from How to Control Minds under fair usage copyright laws and literary review purposes copyright exemption laws, because this is a review of How to Control Minds. The short version is, it's excellently produced, it's really well produced, it's full of great content, but you can get pretty much all that content and tons of other stuff besides that isn't taught in the set by following the advice in this video and the information that's above or below it, and it'll also save you money. My honest review of How to Control Minds kit by Peter Turner, released through Ellusionist.com. The nutshell thing is, as I've already said elsewhere on a blog, which I'll mention in a minute, is that there are performances on the sales video, which this is the sales page on the Ellusionist, and there are points where stuff is being demonstrated in what is frankly a dangerous manner. People stood on the edges of pavements where they could fall into the road if they reacted unexpectedly. People surrounded too much furniture nearby when dropbacks are going to be done. Things that frankly should be covered by health and safety. In far more, this shouldn't be on the promotional videos because it's showing it dangerously. Also, the total cost is £115.33. Now you get a couple of physical items in the box, but ultimately it's video training, and everything you can learn on that video training you can get taught for far cheaper by buying just a few little things. In 2016, I was asked to contribute to this Hypno Effects by Peter Turner, and hence I posted about it on social media, and I contributed a chapter of pure gold, which very few people actually ended up getting in their PDF, because the PDF that ended up going out on a major scale didn't have it in. But it is now all included in the thing I call Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed.
I first met Pete Turner roughly about 11 years ago. I was doing a small venue. Pete came in as one of the audience members, and we said we'd be good friends. If anybody's ever been a good friend of mine, which has been for many years, but people all over the world regard Pete Turner as the best in the world, which if you see his routines, you'll understand exactly why.
Interesting one, look. Recognise the seat. You're about to see a photograph I took used in the documentary Dice Man. More hypnotic madness taking place on August the 14th, 2011. And slightly clearer picture there of my student Chris Lee watching on, and Pete Turner observing and learning from I. Again from 2011, that's my back. There's some people on stage reacting who are under hypnosis, and indeed there is Chris Lee and Pete Turner watching on. Notice the post, August 23rd, 2011. That's just after August the 14th, 2011, when Peter Turner came along with my student, who I taught hypnosis to originally, Chris Lee, who's then passed on information to Pete Turner, who also learned tons of stuff off me over the years, because I sent him well over a decade ago training stuff that he requested, and at a time when he said he knew very little, if anything, about hypnosis, and he learned tons from that. And you can see that picture, and I took that picture at the Guys and Dolls show, and there it is in Dice Man, the documentary. Boom, boom, same picture.
A good friend of mine, which has been for many, many years, but people all over the world regard Pete Turner as the best in the world, which if you see his routines, you'll understand exactly why.
And indeed, actually, it's been expanded on to make a full book called Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed and Other Cool Pseudo-Hypnotic Techniques. It does teach stuff that segues into genuine hypnosis as well. It's only $67 on their site, but if you go directly to my site, there will be a link with this post, and you'll be able to get 50% off by using the discount code WIZARD, W-I-Z-A-R-D. That's WIZARD, W-I-Z-A-R-D. And it teaches you how to, well, I'll just read you the advert. The late Dave Almond is a true legend in the world of hypnotherapy. Interestingly, he was also a comedy stage hypnotist for many years. Within his book Hypnotherapy, he hid in plain sight arguably the most powerful and useful technique that any hypnotist, or indeed any person wanting to look like a hypnotist, could ever use. The secret technique will enable you to stick people's hands to walls and make their foot become welded to the floor, whilst also enabling you to make people forget their names and a whole host of other amazing hypnotic feats. Imagine being able to snap your fingers and then a volunteer is unable to lift a deck of playing cards off the table, or they find that a coin becomes so hot that they're unable to hold on to it any longer. All of these things become incredibly easy when you have studied the contents of this unique training package. The truth is that this technique does not require any genuine hypnosis whatsoever. However, within this package, you will learn how to use the secret in order to get people into genuine hypnotic trance states. As well as learning Almond's biggest secret, you will also be taught Royle's To a Bad Subject ploy, which is arguably the forerunner to Luke Germain's Touching on Hypnosis approach from his Premise and Premonition DVD set. You will learn Royle's It's Almost As If and IIC principles, which are arguably the forerunners to Anthony Jacquin's Automatic Imagination AI model. Combining these secrets together will enable you to seemingly to be able to hypnotize anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere, without ever possibly being seen to fail in any manner. These are the ultimate secrets of pseudo-hypnosis. Even those taking part will come to believe that they have genuinely been hypnotized. Also included are links to well over 6 hours of training videos. Included are those from the Secrets of Dual Reality Hypnosis set, which usually retails on its own at $47, and the videos from the Hypnotic Mind Control Made Easy set, which usually retail for $30. Also included are other videos that would usually cost you at least another $47. Just a few of the things you'll learn from these bonus videos, and these are just a few of the things, are how to mentally glue their hands to a tabletop so they are unable to lift them up until you tap the back of their hands, saying that the hands can now be lifted up once again. Weld their foot to the floor. They will find it impossible to lift their foot or leg off the ground until you remove your mental influence from them. Make their own name vanish into thin air. They will be unable to say it or remember it until you touch them on the chin and snap them out of their apparent trance state. Stick their eyelids together. They will be unable to open their own eyes until you allow them to do so. 2 different methods are taught and explained. Hypnoheat, the legendary hot foiling hand trick, is demonstrated and then taught and correctly explained. This is not suitable for minors as the hypnotist or as the volunteer. Magnetic fingers. Discover how to, apparently through pure suggestion, make people's fingers draw together like magnets with them unable to resist. Locked hands. As the title suggests, you'll learn a truly no-fail way to lock people's hands together so they are unable to separate them until you tell them they are able to. Animated arm illusion. This Royle reveals how to apparently demonstrate telepathic mind control hypnosis on people so that with their eyes closed, the audience witnesses that they only move their hand and arm up and down when you have non-verbally signalled to the audience what the volunteers will do. It looks like telepathic mind control to those who are watching. Reality changer. This is mega powerful. This is a technique whereby you can demonstrate that your verbal suggestions can change someone's view of reality in a few short minutes. Indeed, you then demonstrate in a manner that nobody can deny, including the volunteer assisting, that proves 100% that the person's reality has indeed changed following your suggestions. Best of all, there is no dual reality, and this, as taught, works perfectly each and every time. You're also going to get access to some mobile magic because you're supplied with an animated hypnotic spiral disc for use on your phone that will enable you to apparently place people into deep hypnotic trance states within seconds of meeting them. It will also enable you to perform, if you so desire, a complete act or show of comedy hypnosis stunts, routines and demonstrations without ever having any fear of failure. This is dual reality at its best, used in a manner where the person who is hypnotized can, and often truly does, end up sincerely believing that they have been hypnotized. You'll learn all about the Hypnotron. For the first time on video, Royle reveals his electronic speed hypnosis device that enables you to make people feel as though they are being hypnotized. Consequently, they are far more likely to become genuinely hypnotized. However, even if they don't, they will still say they felt like they were being hypnotized. This makes you appear to be a genuine hypnotist indeed. You'll learn all of the above. Along the way, you'll also gain insights in how to use these hypno tricks and mind control stunts. These are practically guaranteed to work every time. They can help you become a far more powerful and successful exponent of real hypnotism as well. Complete manual, and that's a tiny example of what you'll learn from the over 6 hours of video training that you also get access to. You'll learn more than enough routines and techniques to be able to perform a complete hypnotic style show for close-up, street, stage, cabaret, even theatre performances. And all it's going to cost you is $67 from Penguin Magic or all leading magic retailers. Or if you're lucky enough to find a discount link for my site, or you find it on my site, you can enter the discount code WIZARD, WIZARD, to get 50% off. In fact, the real truth is it's going to cost you about £7 more. But the 3 items you need in order to learn absolutely everything you'd learn in How to Control Minds kit, well, pretty much everything hypnosis and suggestion wise, plus all the stuff that you don't learn in the How to Control Minds kit, namely how to perform legally, lawfully, in an ethical, licensed, insured, and above all else, safe manner, is taught in the Transparency Template by Jonathan Royle download package. That's $77, which at the current exchange rate is roughly £58 on the 17th of March 2022. As well as that, you're also going to want and need Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed, another cool pseudo-hypnotic stunts, which is $67, which is roughly £50. So that's £50 on that, plus 58 on the Transparency Template, which is £108, and then about 14 quid on Ghost Kiss, Psychokinetic Touches and Psychic PK Touches Outdone. Between that, where people can feel that you've touched them without you having apparently physically touched them, Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed, which you'll hear the advert to elsewhere in this short video, and the Transparency Template, which covers absolutely everything you need to know about stage hypnosis, street hypnotism, using suggestion, combining it with magic and mentalism, and above all else, all the stuff that no one else is teaching about the health and safety laws, duty of care laws, the fact that in England and some other places in the world you need a license to perform this stuff legally, and the way that it's taught on How to Control Minds kit. I'm sorry, but without having a license in place in advance, or without advertising your show or performance and clearly giving certain disclaimers and stuff that are taught on the Transparency Template, then you could actually be breaking the law and invalidating any insurance cover you may have in place. So you've got a choice. You can either spend £115.33 on Ellusionist.com, and then you may have shipping on top of that, I'm guessing. Or you can spend practically the same amount of money and get the Transparency Template download by Jonathan Royle from Penguin Magic and all good dealers, Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed and other cool pseudo-hypnotic techniques, and that's Saturn Magic site that's got Ghost Kiss, Psychic Kinetic Touches and Psychic PK Touches outdone by Jonathan Royle. And in total for the 3, it will cost you about £122. Or you could go to my site. Okay, so the way you could really save money and learn everything you need to know to get started is to go to my website, www.magicalguru.com. When you get there, click on the bit that says shop. There it is. Click on shop. Let that page load and then go to where it says right at the top, selfie.com/Jonathan Royle. And that will just load in, but it will take you to my selfie store. The direct address, if you type it in, is that. You can see it there. HTTPS, the 2 dots, the 2 /, jonathanroyle.selfie.store. You go to there and you look for the transparency template online viewing version, which is $77. That covers all the health and safety, how to perform legally, lawfully, how to get licenses in places where you need a license to use this stuff, how to get the insurance, how to make sure you don't invalidate your insurance, how to hypnotize people genuinely, and also pseudo techniques. You also want to get a copy of Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed, and other cool pseudo hypnotic techniques, which cost $67. And Ghost Kiss, Psychic Kinetic Touches and Psychic PK Touches outdone. This is another book that also has video links in it and training. That's $20. In total, that comes to 164 United States dollars, which at today's exchange rate on the 17th of March 2022 is £124.62. But I promise you and guarantee you that even at that price, which is £9 more than that, although you probably have shipping on it, that you will learn far more from the 3 items I've just mentioned than you will from the How to Control Minds kit. Most importantly, you will learn from the transparency template how to do everything in a legal, lawful, licensed, where required, fully insured without invalidating your insurance, and above all else, safe manner, which is most important of all. But here's the thing. If you click on the buy now button, when you do, because remember 164 US dollars is 124.61, but if we were to halve that, $164, it would become $82. So let's just put that in. If you were to invest just $82, that would be just £62.30 today, the 17th of March 2022, which would be, yep, you guessed it, that would actually be over £45 cheaper than getting the How to Control Minds kit, and you would learn all the health and safety stuff that you don't get with that. And all you have to do is when you click on the green buy now button, you go to the box that says have a coupon code, and you type in block capital letters WIZARD wizard. You click apply, and it will knock the price in half to $38.50 on the transparency template. On Almond's Biggest Secret, if you click on the green buy now button, and in the coupon code but wizard, click apply, and it reduces the price down to $33.50. And on the Ghost Kiss, you click green buy now button, and you put the discount code wizard in there. And yes, lo and behold, that reduces it to half, meaning that you'll only pay a grand total for all 3 items of 82 United States dollars, which is currently £62.31, which is, let me do the maths, it's just short of £55 cheaper than getting the How to Control Mindset, which will not teach you even a fraction of what is included in the transparency template, which is genuine hypnosis techniques, as well as some pseudo, but more importantly covers all the health and safety, licensing and legal stuff. And then the Almond's Biggest Secret section covers all the techniques, well, you'll hear on the advert shortly. And the Ghost Kiss is various ways to have somebody feel like they've been touched without you apparently touching them. So, yeah, the short review is, yes, it's a great set, but it's full of techniques that you can learn from my materials in much the same manner as arguably Peter probably did by learning such techniques from observing Chris Lee, who I taught originally, and also, as you can see by the comments above or below this video, and also from the training materials that I sent to Peter Turner around a decade, probably over a decade ago now, when he openly admitted to me that he knew little, if anything, about hypnosis, and I sent him tons of stuff, and he learned a whole bunch of stuff from me, and obviously came and observed my performance as well. Again, number 8, not back induction. Seriously? There's furniture around. They're so close to that table over there. It's a health and safety nightmare. Don't do it like that. Transparency template will teach you how to do it safely, properly. You're going to do a touches routine, fine. But don't stand the person who's going to end up thinking that they've been touched without you touching them on the edge of a pavement near a road where traffic could come at any time. Another health and safety nightmare. These are the things that you learn in the transparency template. How not to do things like this where potential accidents could occur. I'm sorry, but this is just a health and safety nightmare. On a pavement, strangers, all right, they know him, they're mates of his, but really, do not trust other people to catch somebody. You're asking for sooner or later somebody to slip, fall, hurt themselves, your insurance will be invalidated, and if you haven't got the proper licenses or you're not doing it in the right manner anyway, you could have already been breaking the law doing it. And furniture around, don't do it. It's dangerous done that way. Far better if you're going to do it, a thing like that, somebody falling over, use the technique I teach and be the person who catches them. Take responsibility for it. So, I'm going to catch the person. It's my responsibility. I'm definitely covered by the insurance, but also I'm totally in control and I'm not going to catch them, if you know what I mean.
Sorry about that. Just got me back with my name.
You let strangers catch people and no, they might for a laugh not catch the mate. They certainly would in boozy places, in some places, and just don't do it. It's dangerous. And as a disclaimer on the ad on Ellusionist, perform responsibly. Everything you see here is a potent mixture of mentalism, psychology, illusions and pseudo-hypnotic suggestion, all in the name of fun. There are no after effects and your participants are able to quit a demonstration whenever they please. With that said, please perform responsibly. That's actually bollocks for the reasons that are explained in the transparency template. People become psychologically obliged to continue once they've gone past a certain point, unless you categorically point out to them that they can leave the stage at any time, which is something you have to do under the 1952 Hypnotism Act. Your posters have to actually state that volunteers who must be aged 18 or over may leave the stage at any time. Prior to this particular video review, I did, as far back as August 2021, do a detailed review of the advertising for the How to Control Minds kit. And I feel it's worthy that we have a look at that from August the 25th, 2021, and I read it here so it makes sense. This covers why, warning, the dangers of how to control minds. Caution, hypnosis techniques can cause real dangers. Beware falling foul of licensing and or safety laws. I thought long and hard before posting this, as I know that, firstly, many will just dismiss this as some clever submersive marketing angle to help sales of the new How to Control Minds product from Peter Turner and the Ellusionist. That it is most certainly not, I can 100% assure you, and indeed that fact should become clear very shortly. Secondly, some will claim this is only being posted so I can plug some of my own products. Whilst it is true that some of my products are linked to below, that is only because nobody else offers anything close, not even remotely close to the context of what those particular items teach, as will become clearer when viewed in context of the entire post. Thirdly, some, especially those who already take delight in posting lies and fabricated defamatory bullshit about me on the internet, are likely to inaccurately claim that this post was or is made through some kind of jealousy or envy rather than the real motive of safety and protection of the general public and the hypnosis industry in general. So before I explain why extreme caution should be observed by those who have or do purchase the How to Control Minds kit, please let me point out that personally I consider Peter Turner a friend and respected colleague, and is illustrated at the next link. I have absolutely nothing but praise for his previous Ellusionist box set entitled How to Read Minds. And you can go to that link, and sure enough, you will see that I say buy it, because the How to Read Minds set is immaculate. However, back to How to Control Minds. Indeed, Peter has also in the past been kind enough to speak highly about some of my mentalism creations available from all major magic dealers, as per this quote. Having watched Jonathan Royle's Egg Sausage Pea Show, I can honestly say it's unique, with psychic belly button reading being the main hook of the first half around which the mind reading experiments are presented. This is most definitely not your conventional kind of mentalism show. However, Royle has some unique, creative and entertaining takes on such classics as the chair test, Akan, Hoy's tossed out deck and the Russian roulette plot, which are certainly worth a closer look and take them to the next level. At times he had the audience on the edge of their seats, and overall this show was top notch. Peter the Perceptionist Turner. Hopefully that link illustrates the only motive for this post is to make a few things clear, that the advertising for this new mind control set does not make clear, certainly not as yet, around midday on 25th of August 2021 on either the Kickstarter page as shown or the Ellusionist page. Some important things to consider about this set. Number 1, the legal requirement of licenses. In England and some other countries, a licence or written permission is required from the local licensing authority for the use of any form of hypnosis or suggestion intended to influence for entertainment purposes at any location. In England, this is regulated by the 1952 Hypnotism Act, and yes, suggestion used by magicians and mentalists is also to the letter of the law covered by this Act and its amendments, along with the 1989 government guidelines, 1996 updated model conditions, and of course elements of the Licensing Act 2003. In any event, despite many uneducated types posting differently over the years, street hypnosis or suggestion for entertainment is indeed illegal in England without the correct permission or licence being in place for the location you are giving the performance in. And yes, that does include on the street and in many public places, licensed bars, etc., etc., as illustrated by the proof I've obtained from the legal departments of the majority of UK council licensing districts at this link. I'll mention more about that link later. Incidentally, it is not just England that has such laws. There are other places around the world where hypnosis or suggestion for entertainment requires a licence or permission to be in place, or in some places it is actually considered to be completely banned and illegal. 2. Correct insurance must be in place to be legal. Such licences or permission, as mentioned in point 1 above, will only ever be granted to perform legally when the correct insurance cover is in place, which must include cover for the volunteers in case they suffer any psychological or physical damage or harm during or after their involvement, which can be shown to be due to or a side effect of participating in the use of hypnosis or suggestion. Standard entertainers insurance is not enough, and a specialist, more expensive policy clearly stating that it covers the volunteers whilst they are under the influence of hypnosis or suggestion and are also covered for any side effects which may occur is what is required to be fully covered legally and lawfully in many areas of the world, certainly in England. 3. Detailed written risk assessments must be in place before performances are carried out. Usually for permission to perform to be granted and for any insurance policy to remain valid, a detailed written risk assessment for the intended activities should have been prepared prior to the performance and submitted to the relevant authorities where required. Also, a site and location specific on the spot risk assessment must be undertaken and the findings and conclusions ideally recorded in writing as soon afterwards as possible in case any future after the event claim for physical or psychological damage by any of the volunteers was ever to be claimed. This is an area that experienced health and safety consultant, magician, mentalist and trained hypnotist Stuart Harrison Cassells teaches in great depth, along with stuff from me in the transparency template training videos which are available from all major magic dealers as an instant download. 4. The safety of the actual volunteers. Whether you call it hypnosis or suggestion, as the Peter Turner How to Control Minds Kit adverts does, the fact is hypnosis is suggestion and vice versa, when you truly understand the subject. And like it or not, suggestion aka hypnosis can in some cases prove to be very dangerous indeed. God help you if or when you encounter spontaneous ab reactions occurring or accidentally pick the wrong person because you did not follow all of the health and safety, duty of care and legal guidance, the type of which is taught in the transparency template, and also available as an instant download from all major magic dealers. There are good reasons why UK laws, and some other places, states that, for example, schizophrenics should not be used as volunteers. But how many magicians or mentalists using just a little suggestion in their acts actually ever bother to check out the volunteer's medical history in this context, despite such being a legal requirement under British law? There are actually numerous potential very real dangers to the volunteers on both a physical and psychological level. Doing a drop-back induction in a crowded, close proximity to people in a non-ticketed, non-advertised, non-licensed event is potentially extremely dangerous. And I hate to say it, but the video clip at point 8 of the Kickstarter page is a prime example of where, close proximity-wise, not to do such techniques. The video used at point 10 on Kickstarter for Peter's Midas Touch illustrates incompetence, as nobody should ever be positioned and stood as close to the edge of a pavement or sidewalk as the person who has their eyes closed and is feeling the touches in that video. Looking at the video in point 6, Robin Hood of the Kickstarter page, I'm fairly confident that person giving their stuff over is not 18. Now, as I don't think it was filmed in England, that may not have been illegal where it was filmed, but in England it is illegal to use volunteers under the age of 18 for hypnosis or suggestion for entertainment purposes. The videos for point 2, the force, on the Kickstarter are amongst the most worrying, as clearly random passers-by are being trusted to catch the person who is knocked over by suggestion. And that is something that is extremely high risk when you don't know the people, which state of mind they are in, and a whole bunch of other factors. It is something easily made much safer by doing it slightly differently and catching them yourselves, as I demonstrate in this video, which I'll show you in a minute. Beware misleading advertising claims. On the Kickstarter point 1, the try principle states that it is a technique with unlimited possibilities. Seriously, make people unable to lift a pen out of their own hand, stop them from saying their own name, stick their feet to the floor. Any single hypnotic feat you've ever seen, you can replicate easily with this technique. True fact. In the video at that link, Peter claims he devised the try principle, which is most certainly not the case, as it was devised, most say, by Emile Coué, who died on July the 2nd, 1926. It was actually around way before he ever lived. So there is certainly nothing new in the suggestion power of and use of the word try in this context. Furthermore, any other clever psychological use of the word try has already been fully covered for entertainment purposes in various videos and books that I have had out for many, many years, including Alman's Biggest Secret Revealed, available from all major magic dealers. Details at that link. And yes, Peter Turner has indeed previously seen such contents of that book. For the record, everything you see me do in this video, along with versions of pretty much almost everything taught in the Ellusionist How to Control Minds package, along with tons of stunts, techniques and routines that they do not teach in the Ellusionist set, can easily be performed successfully within minutes of having read the book and video set mentioned at the above link and also available here. Why do I feel qualified to comment? Well, in short, I originally taught the vast majority or later mentored, coached or advised far more of the truly successful working stage hypnotists around the world, and also magicians and mentalists who use just a little bit of suggestion and hypnosis within their acts than any other living hypnosis trainer. A few examples being the testimonials located at those links. You will note that one of the people I originally taught is British stage hypnotist Chris Lee, who is one of the main people Peter Turner has ever studied stage hypnosis techniques with, as well as obviously from me over a decade ago, from the videos I sent him when he asked me for them via Facebook Messenger. Screenshots on file. Also, it's true to say that I've been the behind-the-scenes advisor and consultant on many hypnosis and suggestion-style television and media projects around the world over the past almost 30 years, including those featuring some of the biggest names in our industries in the world. In short, this is an area I know inside out from decades of real-world experience, and when it comes to the health and safety, duty of care and legal considerations surrounding hypnosis and suggestions in entertainment, I've done more research than perhaps anybody else, and certainly established pros around the world consider me the go-to expert on such matters, as illustrated by comments such as, "The transparency template are the only stage hypnosis DVDs I would recommend, Ray Ronson." And others that you can see. You can read them on screen there. And here, you get the idea. Basically, established pros saying transparency template should be your must-study thing. The bottom line of this entire post, by all means go and buy the How to Control Minds kit by Peter Turner if you're one of his many fans, but please do some research into the areas I've highlighted above before you ever perform anything of this nature in public or private. I cannot stress enough that there are very real dangers to using even suggestive pseudo-hypnotic methods which still come under certain laws in many places, and there is only one resource on the market that adequately and extensively covers all such matters, and that is the transparency template as per the video you're about to see. It's also available from all major magic dealers. Simple as that. Remember, the safety of your volunteers and abiding by all relevant laws should be your first priority. I posted this on Facebook and tagged Peter Turner, so you know I always say things directly to people's faces, and that's why I tagged him, on August the 25th, 2021, and this video that I've done now and released was filmed on the 17th of March 2022, after I've had time to actually obtain and watch the How to Read Minds kit. So in a nutshell, you can learn more by buying the transparency template, Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed, and Ghost Kiss Psychokinetic Touches from myself, Jonathan Royle, from the links above or below this video for less money, and you'll learn all the stuff to enable your completely lawful legal license, insured and safe. One other thing I suggest you do, go on Google, type in, "Is street hypnosis illegal under 1952 Hypnotism Act WordPress?" Search for that and you will find, second or third down, my Clear Thoughts Mentalism Hypnosis WordPress blog page with a post from the 9th of July 2012. We click on that, and it will take you to that from July the 9th, 2012. And the post is called, "Does the 1952 Hypnotism Act apply to street hypnosis in England? Is street and stage hypnosis illegal? How can I perform 100% legally, lawfully, ethically, safely and in an insured manner, anytime, any place, anywhere, even in towns, cities and countries where hypnosis is apparently banned and illegal? Jonathan Royle and friends reveal all in the Transparency Template Home Study course." But as well as that, we go through all different council districts in England, proving that you need to be licensed and insured, unless, of course, you study the transparency template. Because on the transparency template, you will learn also, as well as health and safety, duty of care, legal licensing, insurance stuff, you'll learn everything you could ever want to know about stage and street hypnosis, both genuine and pseudo hypno tricks. But you will also learn the loopholes in the law that mean you can operate legally and lawfully within the law to be able to safely perform street and stage hypnosis anytime, any place, anywhere, including places in the world where it's apparently banned or you need a license, without needing to get a license and without breaking the law, in a manner that is safe, legal, lawful, licensed if needed and insured, but without needing a license, can we show you the loopholes? Only the transparency template will teach you everything you need to know for that. Watch this short video that follows. It's the trailer for the transparency template, and then head to the links above or below this video. It's the best investment you'll ever make. So there you have it. To recap in a nutshell, the How to Control Minds kit by Peter Turner, released through Ellusionist, is excellently produced. The video quality is amazing. The content is really, really good. However, there's tons of stuff in there that the way it's taught is, frankly, potentially dangerous, for the reasons that I taught fully in the transparency template mentioned elsewhere in this video that you can get from me. And when you get it at the same time as getting Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed and also Ghost Kiss, those three items together will give you pretty much everything that's in How to Control Minds. And indeed, you'll notice that it's pretty much source material for the reasons explained herein. And a whole bunch of other stuff besides, most importantly, teaching you exactly how to do things in a safe, legal, lawful, licensed and fully insured manner, where you do not potentially invalidate your insurance and where your audience members are always totally safe. You'll know fully how to deal with real reactions to real hypnosis and also to pseudo-hypnosis, and you'll learn pretty much everything that you would in the How to Control Minds kit, but also a ton of other stuff besides, and you'll save yourself money into the bargain, and you'll know that you'll truly learn how to be safe, legal, licensed and insured. And you'll learn all the stuff I taught Chris Lee years ago that he's also then passed on and taught Pete Turner over the years, as well as all the stuff that I taught Pete Turner by way of training videos that I sent him well over a decade ago, when he admitted to me at the time he knew little if anything about hypnosis, and he studied a bunch of my stuff and we communicated over a long period of time. It's all, you'll have everything you need when you get the transparency template, Almond's Biggest Secret Revealed and the Ghost Kiss, those three items together. And when you do it via my site and use that discount code in block capitals of WIZARD, WIZARD, you'll get 50% off, thus meaning you'll save in total about £55 United Kingdom sterling on what it would cost you to get the How to Control Mindset. So not only will you get more and be able to be legal, licensed, lawful, insured, and above all else safe, but you'll also save money. As a side note, I will also put a link in here to a Facebook post where you will see that in terms of Pete's previous release, How to Read Minds, I consider that, and still do, to be the most comprehensive, best value for money, beginners and even up to advanced level training set in mentalism and mind reading, and unreservedly recommend it. But in terms of my ultimate bottom line review of How to Control Minds, for various reasons, including the lack of detail on health and safety, duty of care, legal licensing matters, insurance matters, and a whole bunch of other things, I can't recommend it, because you can learn all the stuff that's in that set, plus a bunch of stuff besides, as well as the most important stuff: safety, legal stuff, lawful stuff, licensing, insurance, and a whole bunch of other related stuff, by following the advice of going to my site and saving money at the same time.